He was the only genius martial artist on the continent with a shot at becoming an immortal. But just one step away from the gateway to the immortal realm, he got stabbed in the back by his own 3 female disciples. The crowd outside was horrified. Even the nearby sect leaders were shaken. And even To Bach himself couldn't understand. He'd never done anything cruel or unjust in his life. Why did it end like this? To Bach asked softly, eyes full of disappointment. Tuitni Bachdu. Wien Thu, did I ever wrong you? Wien Thu snapped angrily. Master, how dare you ask? If you hadn't stopped me, I'd have married Diep Pham ages ago. Bakdudu chimed in beside her. You're a damn snake, always using the master title to keep me from reuniting with my family. Then you tried to claim me and slaughter my whole clan. The senior sister still carried that cold, icy vibe as she spoke. Master, stop fighting back. The mess you're in with Huntruk Nanthu is all your own doing. No one else's fault. Hearing these baseless accusations, To Bach burst out laughing. No blame, my own fault. Ha, what a joke. Huntruk Nanthu. They've clearly never understood a damn thing in their lives. Everything I did to hold them back was for their own good. That Diep Pham Lam Yuen Thu keeps babbling about, he's just a lowlife. Smooth on the surface, skilled in martial arts, but one look, and I knew he was a demon cultivator, feeding off women's life force to power his dark arts. And Bakdudu's family, even worse. Since she was a kid, she had this perfect peak physique. Her clan decided early on that at 16, she'd be handed over to a major sect as a breeding tool for the elders. When I passed by, she had just turned 16. And I saved her, bringing her back to the sect. Just thinking about it stings deep inside. Maybe I was wrong from the very start. But it looks like you all seriously underestimated me, huh? Don't forget, I'm the one who taught you everything you know today. I don't give a damn if you misunderstand me. If you dared to plot my death, I'll show you what true slaughter means. Soul body clone, heavenly and earthly laws, all of you go straight to hell. The 3 girls panicked. Oh no, it's the soul body clone technique. He's about to self-destruct. Quick, stop him. They rushed at To Bach fast. Master, stop. But it was already too late. To Bach poured every ounce of cultivation he'd built over thousands of years into this one move. The strike hit the ground and exploded so hard it nearly wiped out half the continent. But what he never expected happened. To Bach and his 3 female disciples were reborn in the future. Suddenly, the scene shifted to the modern era. Bach was hunched over, looking uncomfortable. His eyes looked like someone who'd just lived through a lifetime. To Bach sat up and started thinking. Am I not dead? He walked around to check things out. Where is this? He looked out the window, startled by a scream coming from outside the door. Help me. The whole city seemed drowned in blood. People were screaming in terror. Save me. The whole city seemed to be submerged in a sea of blood. Everyone screamed miserably. Help me, zombies. Zombies are here. Somebody save me. I don't want to die. Now you get it. The apocalypse has exploded. Zombies running wild. Am I really alive again? He pressed his hand against the window, staring at the scene outside. A few thoughts flickered through To Bach's mind. So is it really because my disciples want this? Killing me. What could they possibly gain from that? He sneered, then turned away. Screw it. He chuckled to himself. The only way now is to train and reach the ultimate realm. Waiting for the day I return to the immortal world with these blue eyes and this killer smile. The master will love you all the way you deserve. Sitting cross-legged, he began to train. Rays of light shone around him. With my divine soul already at the immortal realm, even retraining can speed up. Restoring my peak form is just a matter of time. Suddenly, his eyes trembled. To Bach's eyes widened as he sensed something off, something confusing. Where's the spiritual energy? Why can't I feel any spiritual energy at all? Could it be that this body's talent is so trash it can't sense spiritual energy? He reached out, clenched his fist with determination. No, that's not right. Panic flashed across his face. There's no spiritual energy here at all. His hands clenched as he thought. This can't be without spiritual energy. So, does that mean there's no way to train? Forget training. Even surviving in this world seems damn near impossible. Outside, a couple approached, looking like they'd just barely escaped death. A girl whimpered, it's so scary out there. We almost died out there." A pair of hands wrapped around her waist, comforting her. "Relax, I'm here. What's there to be scared of?" she replied. "Annoying, huh? Getting handsy in broad daylight. If that dude back home saw this, he'd lose his mind. That creepy old perv started stripping off his clothes. Well, that just makes it worse. That useless jerk, what can he even do?" Just as she was about to cook rice, she noticed his arm was bitten. Sitting up, panicked. "Hey, what's wrong with your arm?" He still tried to deny it. Probably got bit by some crazy guy on the street. "Don't worry, it's nothing." She was already hot and anxious. "All right, let's do this." "No, nothing feels weird." His actions stopped. She sat up asking, "Wait, why'd you stop? Keep going." Then his face twisted into a terrifying zombie. Her eyes went wide in disbelief. He lunged with those filthy teeth ready to tear her apart. She struggled to break free on the couch, screaming in terror. Ah, kick him away with your foot. To Bach's attention snapped to the noise. Damn monster, don't come this way. You curious, there's someone else inside. As he approached the noise, he thought. According to this body's memories, it must be this body's girlfriend and her lover. He reached out and opened the door. Ha, you're another poor soul betrayed by the one beside you. To Bach looked at the chaotic scene inside, feeling a bit sick. She was being bitten, turning to scream loudly. To Bach, she reached out and shouted even louder. To Bach, save me, hurry up. This bastard's about to swallow me whole. Hearing this, his face showed zero expression. Her eyes welled with tears of despair. To Bach, it hurt so bad from the bite. To Bach, damn it, come save me. She kept trying to hold on. Damn it, don't think you can rest easy just because I'm about to die. The scream echoed from behind the door as To Bach turned and walked away without a second glance. To Bach, even if I become a ghost, I won't let you off. That thought crossed his mind. Might as well say those bastards deserve it. He looked out the window at the city in ruins but knew he had to think fast. If this keeps up, forget about going back to the cultivation world. I'm probably gonna die here today. Chan-an walked on, sat down and started thinking hard. He had no choice but to take a wild shot. To Bach frowned, thinking about strange stuff, hoping to luck out and pull something life-saving from the soul sea. But with this body's current cultivation level, things like the 9 transformation soul pill or high-grade magical treasures were out of reach. Clenching his fist tight, he decided to risk it. To Bach's eyes lit up. Time to gamble, maybe turn his luck around. He pulled out a magic treasure, but it was just a low-level soul-gathering mirror. He grabbed it, face darkening, didn't expect to have to use this junk. He slammed it down angrily. What the hell? You hand me this lame-ass low-level demon treasure. If not the 9 transformation soul pill, at least give me a life-saving armor or something. Suddenly, a big screen popped up, showing that the soul-gathering mirror system was activated. To Bach read it and thought the system level is currently 1. He propped his chin on his hand. The soul-gathering mirror might be low level, but it still has spirit energy. Then he remembered it's mainly for collecting souls. But what else can it do? It gathers souls from the dead and converts them into spiritual power. The message said, souls of creatures dead longer than 5 colors would leave the body and vanish, meaning they couldn't be collected. A smirk slowly spread across his face, didn't expect to be able to turn soul energy into cultivation power. If that's the case, even if this world lacks heavenly spiritual energy, a whole horde of zombies won't scare him. With all those zombies out there, there's definitely no shortage of resources to convert into spiritual power. Suddenly, the door behind him creaked. It was the 2 zombies from earlier clawing at it. The door slowly opened, and To Bach's face peeked out. He grabbed the magic treasure. Let me help you find peace. To Bach lifted it and slammed hard. Each zombie fell one by one. He pressed the treasure down firmly. The zombie got wrapped up in red cords. Just like that, both zombies were taken out. To Bach pulled the treasure back, held it and muttered loudly, "You really think I'm some soft target?" His eyes dropped, then he raised the staff, letting it glow. The light shone straight on him, and he felt damn satisfied. Suddenly, he sensed something unexpected. It was a breakthrough. The system announced, current level is 1, soul control is level 2, and chaos erupted all around. Outside, people were running and screaming, "Zombies! Zombies are chasing us! Get out of the way! Don't block the path! Run! Just make it to the government safe zone, and you'll be fine." Amid the crowd, a young man walked calmly, his stomach growling from hunger. To Bach blended into the crowd, rubbing his belly thinking this body's too weak, and with his current cultivation, he can't even store energy yet. So he'd have to find food and water just to survive. Only then could he focus on leveling up the soul-gathering mirror. Up on the rooftops, a bunch of zombies were already waiting, spotting a juicy target appearing below. They didn't hesitate, they just lunged and tore into them. Fat Hat knew he was about to bite the dust but clenched his teeth, refusing to go down without a fight. Damn it, I'm not about to enjoy a few good days of victory just to die here. Then she shoved the nearest person forward to take the hit for her. Sorry, okay. Yen Thu looked confused, not getting it at all. Then she slammed hard onto the ground, letting out a sharp cry of pain. Seeing that, To Bach's eyes went wide in shock as he watched her get ripped apart by the zombie horde. In his mind, he thought of a woman. Lam Yen Thu. Why the hell is Lam Yen Thu here, damn it? Immediately To Bach summoned the 10,000 Souls fan and called out her name with a desperate tone. Lam Yen Thu, you bastard, you'll only die by my hand. The 10,000 Souls fan spun up and blocked in front of Yen Thu, knocking back the green devil. At the same time, he pushed off the ground and leapt into the air. To Bach grabbed his weapon and drove the spear hard through the zombie's body. Quickly, the zombie went limp and collapsed. A huge hole pierced through its chest. Seeing she was still alive, Wu Yenthu's eyes welled up with tears touched. She thought, "I'm not dead. Was it this gentleman who saved me?" To Bach sheathed his weapon and spoke with a tone full of contempt. "Just a moment ago you used heavenly thunder to corner me, and now you're acting all weak in front of some little demon like this. Lam Wu Yenthu, you really disappoint me." She sat quietly on the ground, looking at him with a puzzled expression. "What's going on? What's this guy talking about? But how does he know my name?" Then, Wu Yenthu calmly stood up and brushed the dust off her body. She tucked her hair back, revealing her beautiful face. "Sir, thank you so much for saving me, but have we met somewhere before?" To Bach's face darkened after hearing that, and he angrily pointed his sharp spear at her. "Lam Wu Yenthu, don't think you can fake being dumb and crazy to get away with this." Wu Yenthu, scared, pushed the weapon aside and tried to reason. "Sir, now's not the time to be acting like you've got Chuni Biu syndrome. Do you know if there are more monsters nearby? Maybe we should just get out of here, okay?" Feeling things were getting out of hand, To Bach frowned and thought it over. "What's going on here? Could it be I've mistaken someone? You're not the Lam Wu Yenthu I know." But he quickly dismissed that thought. No way. The person in front of me looks exactly like that brat. I definitely didn't get it wrong. Unless after coming to this world, that brat lost her memory. Let me investigate a bit." But before he could do anything, his stomach growled uncontrollably from hunger. Wu Yenthu couldn't help but cover her mouth and laugh out loud. She happily suggested, "Sir, if you don't mind, I know there's a huge mall not far ahead. Maybe they'll have supplies there. I was planning to go anyway. Let's go together." To Bach pretended to think silently for a moment, then arrogantly but reluctantly agreed. "Fine, I'll go with you to check it out." Getting his consent, Wu Yenthu immediately grabbed his hand. She happily pulled him along. "Let's hurry. If we get there early, maybe we can grab some supplies while waiting for rescue." He looked at her coldly, still suspicious inside, but he followed her anyway. "Forget it. Let me see if you really lost your memory, or if you're just putting on a show for me. But no matter what, it doesn't change the fact that you betrayed me. I'll make sure you pay for that." Not long after night fell, Wu Yenthu hurriedly announced, "Sir, this is the place. Let's head inside." The two of them stepped in quietly when suddenly To Bach eyed her warily. Wu Yenthu turned around, hesitating before speaking. I was in such a rush earlier I forgot to ask your name." To Bach didn't answer right away, but silently studied her expression. "This kid doesn't look like she's faking memory loss at all. She even forgot my name." He quickly strode forward saying his name, To Bach. His mind was filled with nothing but rage toward her. "Even if you really lost your memory, don't expect me to go easy on you. Once inside." Wu Yenthu gestured Sir To Bach, "Follow me this way. Let's take shelter here for now." As she spoke, she suddenly noticed something and stopped waiting for backup. Ahead of them, a horde of zombies was tearing apart the remaining bodies. The gruesome scene hit her like a ton of bricks, and she quickly covered her mouth to keep from screaming. Wu Yenthu was horrified, unable to believe what was happening was real. "What the hell is going on? Why are there so many monsters here?" Suddenly, a creepy voice echoed from inside. "Half off when you sign up for a membership card. Half off when you sign up for a membership card." A monster with blood-red eyes appeared. "Why? No membership card?" it demanded, bowing low. "Why?" The monster went berserk, slashing everything around it. "No membership card." To Bach wasn't scared. Instead, he let out a twisted laugh. "This aura is probably early-stage Chi C level. Looks like a basic mutant form." Next to him, Wu Yenthu couldn't help but grab his hand, warning, "Sir To Bach, this place is overrun by monsters. We need to move fast." To Bach stood still, making her even more anxious. Then he excitedly summoned his weapon. "Right now, my 10,000 souls form is short on sacrifices to level up to stage 2. I've decided to pick you guys." He tossed the azure blade up to test the 10,000 souls form's power. Blue sparks crackled around it. Then 2 glowing chains wrapped around the monster's body. To Bach ordered coldly, "Go wipe out the enemies ahead." 2 monsters lunged at full speed, tearing into their prey. In no time, every zombie was taken down, collapsing to the ground. Suddenly, a zombie tried to sneak attack from behind, but the blonde monster anticipated. It leapt up and kicked the zombie's ass hard. Up front, the female monster grabbed the zombie's head, using her bull-like horns as claws to gouge out its eyes. She screamed in rage, ripping the zombie in half. At the same moment, the mutant monster suddenly jumped high, shouting, "Half off membership cards, get yours now." Seeing it, To Bach's eyes widened in shock. He quickly formed a hand seal to signal retreat. The 2 monsters hurriedly pulled back. Meanwhile, the mutant monster kept shredding zombies with its sharp claws. Realizing this mutant wasn't ordinary, To Bach felt uneasy. This thing's like a walking corpse, no fear, no regard for life or death. But my spiritual power is limited right now. The longer this drags on, the worse it gets. I have to finish this fast. Thinking that he created a new technique with his hands, the blonde monster opened its nasty mouth wide and leapt high into the air. The mutated beast inside kept repeating the same growl like a broken record. It slashed through the blonde monster with its sharp claws. The fish had taken the bait, To Bach thought, seizing the moment as the monster raised its fangs and claws soaring up. Then it landed on the mutated beast, grabbed its head and yanked hard backward. To Bach kept chanting a spell, her mouth stretched wide to her ears, then she bit down hard on the mutated monster's neck. She then pulled fiercely at the flesh on its neck, making it scream in pain. Following To Bach's command, the female zombie swiftly bit through the big zombie's neck like lightning. It collapsed helplessly to the ground, breaking apart in a mess. Now, the zombie, that once terrified everyone, had completely lost its fighting ability. Taking advantage of this, To Bach grabbed the Van Hon Fien and stepped closer, ready to subdue the zombie. He quickly chanted a spell. As Cao Lin finished speaking, a white chain appeared, shooting straight toward the zombie. It wrapped tightly around its body, the light from the Van Hon Fien glowing brilliantly, and the zombie was sucked inside. It shuddered once the capture was complete. Suddenly a notification popped up. The Van Hon Fien had leveled up to Tier 2 and could now hold 5 souls. At the same time, the system also announced, to reach Tier 3, one must kill a high-level zombie. Seeing this, To Bach fell into thought. He muttered, level up. He thought to himself, doesn't that mean I have to kill a true level beast? My current cultivation is only at the Chi Si stage. While he was still pondering, Lam Wein-thu appeared beaming with excitement. She happily called out Mr. To Bach. She looked genuinely thrilled, chattering non-stop to To Bach. At first, I thought you just had Chuny Bill syndrome, but turns out you're one hell of a Chuny Bill. For a moment, To Bach was left speechless by her, secretly despising. Is this really my second disciple? Why does she seem kinda dumb? At that moment, the people who had been hiding suddenly poked their heads out. Someone shouted, everyone come out. The monster's dead, we can finally split the supplies. All the hiding townsfolk began moving out. They cheered happily. Man, we got lucky this time. The monster's dead, now we can chill and wait for rescue. Yeah, plus the supplies here should be enough to keep us alive for a while. Wein-thu was also overjoyed. Mr. To Bach, we're saved this time. There's tons of supplies here, so waiting for rescue shouldn't be a problem. Suddenly, a man stepped forward. He looked like the leader of this group. He spoke first bluntly. Who the hell are you, new here, and don't know the rules? He brazenly claimed this was their turf, and there was no way they'd let these two get any supplies. One of his cronies chimed in. Yeah. Who do you think you are demanding your share? Dream on sunshine, another added. These supplies are what we fought hard to keep from the monsters. Don't even think about sitting there and enjoying them, watching them twist the truth so shamelessly. Wein-thu was fuming. Hey you guys, it was Mr. To Bach who killed those monsters. So you only got these goodies because of him. And now these thugs have the nerve to look down on him, sizing him up. Like he's just some twig trying to kill monsters. Seriously, what a joke. From where I stand, those monsters tearing each other apart should at least have some shame. They claim credit for everything shameless as hell. They're getting bolder by the day. Wein-thu couldn't argue back against them. Suddenly To Bach placed his hand on her shoulder, stepped forward to face the gang head on. Alright, since forever, treasures always moved people's hearts. But you gotta know that just talking won't get you any benefits. Hearing that, Wein-thu felt even more crushed. She trembled, tears welling up, though it was clear he was the one who killed those monsters. They hoarded all the supplies, and still slandered him. But To Bach didn't seem to care. He sneered. Weaklings preach morals, but the strong times are times the morals. To Bach casually stepped closer to them and declared, I want those supplies now. Who's with me? Who's against me? Right after a bunch of townsfolk shouted, I'm against it. Let's see what you can do. They even mocked him. You really think you alone can take on all of us? Then one jerk sneered, kid, you better know when to bounce. If I get mad, you think I won't cripple you? To Bach suddenly smiled coldly and said, then you all can just go die. From behind him a zombie appeared. The same one Van Hon Fien had just tamed not long ago. To Bach laughed, you're dead. These supplies are mine now. Only then did the gang freak out, screaming, the monster's still alive. To Bach pointed and signaled, kill him. The toughest thug from before was now trembling, begging, I don't want to die. Another panicked, please spare me, take the supplies, I'm blind as a bat. Before they could finish, both were ripped apart dead without a blink. The rest just stood frozen, huddled together in terror. Under everyone's terrified gaze, To Bach calmly asked, anyone else want to stop me? No one dared to speak. To Bach turned to Uyen Thu. See, no one's gonna cross you now. Take whatever you want. Uyen Thu looked at him seriously. Nodded. Yes, thank you, Mr. To Bach. She bent down to gather the supplies. Suddenly she remembered something and looked at To Bach. Uyen Thu asked Mr. To Bach, do you want me to grab some supplies for you? To Bach smiled, looking totally chill. Aren't you already here, to thank you for saving your life? I just want you to carry some stuff for me. Don't you want to help? His eyes sharpened suddenly as he calculated silently. Come on, Lam Uyen Thu, let's see if you really lost your memory, or just pretending. Unexpectedly, Uyen Thu hesitated a moment, then happily said, true, wait for me, I'll grab your share too. Then she cheerfully started collecting the stuff. To Bach watched, almost questioning life itself. This girl must just be a coincidence in genetics. After a while, Uyen Thu had gathered enough supplies for both. She happily told To Bach, all done, Mr. To Bach. So what's next? We just wait here for rescue. Uyen Thu saw To Bach turn and walk away. He said his next target was to find a stronger zombie, and told her to follow him with the supplies. Hearing that, Uyen Thu happily skipped after him. Yeah, right behind you. After those two left, the remaining villagers exchanged looks, their faces twisted with rage as they cursed him. Damn it. That bastard just went around killing people like it was nothing. When the rescue team arrives, I'm definitely reporting this to the authorities. Another person angrily added, yeah, people like that deserve to be punished by law. When that happens, they can cry all they want. Quickly, they gathered together, and someone stepped up to lead. All right, everyone, stop wasting time, split up the rest of the supplies and find a place to hide. Don't let yourself get targeted again. Others agreed. Right, everyone hurry up and divide the stuff. Just wait for the right moment, and we'll be safe. So the villagers started scrambling over the supplies. They didn't even notice the danger lurking all around. They were too busy fighting over what little they had. Don't grab that, it's mine. Based on what, two zombies suddenly appeared behind them, slowly closing in on the chaotic crowd fighting over goods. Get out of here and find a place to hide. Don't give anyone a reason to notice you. The villagers kept snatching supplies from each other. Mine, I saw it first. Drop it, that's mine, I called dibs. They trampled over their fallen comrades just to get what they wanted, and the unity they had at first quickly dissolved into smoke. Let go, first come, first served. Stop fighting, or I swear I'll beat you up. One of them got even more aggressive, grabbing the other's collar to threaten him. I told you these supplies belong to me. But suddenly he froze, staring stiffly behind him. His eyes widened in shock before he collapsed to the ground, trembling all over. Then he whimpered in terror. No way. Why are there still monsters? The appearance of the two zombies instantly threw the group into panic. They screamed helplessly. Oh my God, there are still monsters. I don't want this anymore. I don't want to die. But no one was listening to their pleas anymore. They all shared the same fate. Bodies lay scattered across the ground, and the few still barely alive could only gasp out desperate cries for help. Someone please, save me. I'm not ready to die. Their gaze blurred, and only one thought remained, please. But soon they stopped thinking altogether, all heading together on their final journey back to the earth. Outside, To Bach calmly retracted the two zombies. He thought coldly, to kill weeds you gotta root them out completely, or the consequences will come back later. Right now, I can only control 3 spirits, but if I face over 10 zombies at once, I'll have to dodge the front lines for now. So before leveling up, I gotta stay humble. While he was lost in thought, Uyen Thu struggled to call out behind him. She was panting, begging Mr. To Bach. Mr. To Bach, wait for me. To Bach warned in a cold voice, I'm busy, no time to mess around with you. If you slow me down again, do you think I won't just leave you here? Hearing that, Uyen Thu pouted defiantly. I know you'd never just abandon me, Mr. To Bach. To Bach smirked. He asked, how do you know we don't have any connection? What if I did leave you behind? Uyen Thu wasn't convinced, and quickly tried to prove her point. But I know where the strong zombies you're looking for are. To Bach raised an eyebrow. Oh, I'm impressed. You know where the high-level zombies are, Uyen Thu explained. The reason I didn't stay at school is because not long ago, I saw a very unusual monster near the school's artificial lake. It gives off a really unique smell. Then, she shyly whispered, not sure if it was what he was looking for, but it definitely looked super dangerous. To Bach thought for a moment. A mutant beast, if so, I gotta check it out. With that, he nodded and ordered, let's say you're worth using as a guide. Then he turned and kept walking. Uyen Thu struggled to keep up behind him. Mr. To Bach, you told me to lead the way, so shouldn't you be following me instead of going ahead? At the school gate, tons of zombies were lurking around, creating a terrifying scene. To Bach and Uyen Thu hid behind a nearby tree. He was puzzled she kept stopping and going. What was her deal? Uyen Thu quickly signaled to him. Think, Mr. To Bach, stay quiet. Lots of people inside have turned into those monsters. Accidentally provoking them would be a huge mess. To Bach didn't want to waste time dancing around. He stepped forward and said, "No need for all this fuss. I'm not about to waste time on her." He slammed the Van Hon Fien down hard, the impact cracking the ground. To Bach signaled the zombies to attack and clear the path. On command, they lunged forward, tearing apart the zombies at the school gate. Wien Thu was left speechless watching all this. "Is this how badass you are, Mr. To Bach?" While they were still talking, the zombies in front of the school were already wiped out. Seeing this, To Bach paused. Zombies. What the hell happened to this world that turned so many people into these half-human, half-demons? Just then, noises outside the school gate caught To Bach's attention. He thought, looks like there are still some survivors here. Drawn by the crowd, Wien Thu was cautious. That voice sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? Nearby, a group of zombies surrounded 3 students. The students tried to fight back with weapons. "Don't come closer, get back." Suddenly, a zombie lunged at the guy with glasses. He panicked and swung his axe at it. "You damn monster, die." The axe plunged into the zombie's body. He carelessly let go of the axe, but the zombie twisted and quick as lightning charged back with the axe. The other 2 students freaked out. "Watch out." The glasses guy collapsed in defeat. The black-haired student rushed up, pushing the zombie back with all his strength. The last student took the chance and slammed a steel pipe right into its head. The black-haired guy immediately pulled the glasses guy up and shouted, "Come on, move, fall back now, we gotta think of another plan. We can't fight these monsters head-on." Watching from outside, Wien Thu was worried. It was Ko Min and Lee Min Hien. Why the hell were they here? She seemed to know them. To Bach was curious. "You know them?" Wien Thu nodded. "Yeah, they're classmates of mine." Hearing that, To Bach squinted, probing her. "Oh really? So, you want me to go save them, right?" Suddenly, Lam Wien Thu grabbed To Bach's hand, trying to pull him along. "Mr. To Bach, let's move fast. While the monsters are distracted by them, we gotta get out of here. If they spot us, we're screwed." To Bach was puzzled. "You're not going to save them, aren't they your classmates?" Lam Wien Thu explained as they walked. "If things were different, maybe I would help them. But right now, I can't let you, Mr. To Bach, get caught in danger too." Man, hearing that just cracks me up. Those words, no way they're coming from a little disciple who'd betray me. Looks like she's just a regular teenage girl. The classmates behind her freak out and call her name. Yuan Thu, Lam Yuan Thursday. She's super annoyed hearing her friends call her like that. "Lam Yuan Thu, over here, over here. We're about to get overwhelmed. You and the guy next to you, come help us out." Lam Yuan Thu's really pissed off. "Damn it, is Lai Min Hien trying to drag us all down with them?" She panics, seeing the zombies nearby. As they charge toward her, Lam Yuan Thu screams in terror. "They're coming right at us." She's so scared, she's about to cry. "Mr. To Bach, I'm so sorry." She feels guilty for getting To Bach into this mess. "It's all my fault. I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Now, To Bach seriously steps back and unleashes his skills. "The 9 nether demon army I've killed worse. These are just lowly dead things totally worthy of getting wiped out by me. Let's go." He commands the souls to fight the zombies, but there are way too many. In no time, the zombies surround the souls To Bach summoned. They attack the souls, biting and tearing them apart non-stop. The system warns that the number of zombies he can control is dropping. That's when To Bach starts to worry, thinking hard about how to escape the horde. "No way, with my current strength, handling 10 zombies at once is already my limit. We gotta figure out how to lure these zombies away if we want to win." So, he calls out to the girl who's been crying all this time. Lam Yuan Thu stops crying when she hears that. "Yes, Mr. To Bach, how can I help?" He asks her about the surroundings, if there's anything nearby that can make a loud noise. "We need to distract these zombies." Lam Yuan Thu is surprised by his question. Something that can make a loud noise. Loud noise, loud noise, loud noise. Then suddenly she pulls out her phone. "Mr. To Bach, try this, I bet it'll surprise you." To Bach has never seen a phone before, so he doesn't know what it is. She plays music on it and sound immediately blasts out. "The vast earth and sky are my love. Under the green mountains, flowers bloom." The singing instantly grabs the zombies' attention. The song keeps playing, the rhythm, super upbeat, the voice so chill, making the zombies pissed off. They keep running toward the singing. Seeing how well it works, he praises. "Nice magic tool," then tosses the phone away. "Go, this hurts her feelings." "My phone." The zombies immediately chase after the phone. A huge one grabs it, then uses its power to attack, pushing back the horde in no time. Lam Yuan Thu is totally shocked. "Wait, what's going on here?" Then he grabs her hand and pulls her to run. "Don't just stand there zoning out. Come on, Mr. To Bach." So, they run toward the school building. Lam Yuan Thu is so exhausted, she collapses on the ground. They stop in front of a door. She's so out of breath. "Mr. To Bach, I'm so lucky you're here this time, otherwise I wouldn't have made it this far. No problem. You helped me find the low-level zombies. I'm protecting your life. We both get what we want. 3 others also made it into this room. As soon as they entered, they sighed in relief. We're saved. Good thing we ran off suddenly. They were super hyped to see her Lam Uyen. Those folks swarmed around asking how she was doing. Lam Uyen Thu. Did you bring supplies here? Awesome, we're saved this time. They eagerly rummaged through her backpack. There was quite a bit. Lam Uyen Thu snapped. What the hell are you doing? All these supplies were grabbed by Mr. To Bach. I don't get to decide. Just split them however you want. Lee Min Hien snapped angrily. Lam Uyen Thu, seriously, at this point, you're still arguing over what's yours. What's mine? Tons of classmates are waiting on these supplies to survive. Hand them over now. The guy with glasses tried to stop her. All right, chill out guys. This place isn't safe either. Let's head back to the classroom first, then we'll figure out the division. He then looked at To Bach. Bro, come roll with us. More people means more muscle. They walked together. 3 went ahead while To Bach and Lam Uyen Thu followed behind. She felt bad dragging him into this mess. Mr. To Bach, I'm sorry but don't worry, I won't let them take your stuff. To Bach didn't care. It's fine. My target's that damn monster. You though. How are you gonna make sure they listen to you? Lam Uyen Thu answered confidently. Don't worry, Mr. To Bach. There are still quite a few teachers among the survivors. They won't dare cause trouble. Hearing that, he just smiled. They won't dare, huh? They kept moving forward. The 3 in front whispered plans. I saw it clearly. Their bags were full of food. This spot alone could hold out for at least a month. By then, rescue will definitely come. Those 3 always kept an eye on the 2 behind. I know, but Lam Uyen Thu might not agree. What about that To Bach guy? How do we handle him? The glasses guy adjusted his specs and smirked. They were wicked, thinking this is our turf now. How dare they refuse? Better behave and we might share some supplies. If not, the group of 5 reached the door of room 108 and knocked. It's me, Lee Min Hien. We brought the supplies back. Hearing that everyone inside happily opened the door. Thank God you're finally back. Where's the stuff? Where is it? They stepped into room 108, where a few people appeared. These are the survivors. They've been holding out with just these guys. Looks like the zombies haven't been here long. The glasses guy told Lam Uyen Thu to sort and hand out the food. Lam Uyen Thu, hurry and distribute the supplies. We haven't eaten in 3 days. She just sighed. Alright, before I hand it out, here's the deal. I can only split half with you guys. The other half belongs to Mr. To Bach. You can't touch it. Lee Min Hien was annoyed. Does he really need that much for himself? At worst, I'll just buy it from him, right? He acted cocky. Don't worry, I'm offering 10 times the market price. To Bach found his attitude amusing. Yeah, I got no objections. Hearing that, the guy got smug. Smart move, man. Let me see. Suddenly a finger pressed against his throat, making him panic. To Bach was pissed, but he had a point. The monster beside To Bach scared everyone in the room into running away. It's those damn monsters. Where the hell did they come from? Damn it, it's gotta be Lee Min Hien's fault for bringing them in. I told you we can't let them in here. Lee Min Hien freaked out while the others guessed wrong. Why do I feel like these monsters were created by the guy next to Lam Uyen Thu, and you're the one threatening them? Hey, I'm talking to you. To Bach got pissed and lost 2 of my spirits, and now he's trying to split the loot. You're scaring Lee Min Hien with that attitude. Your so-called big bro has nothing to say. You threw him away, and then stomped hard on his chest while grilling him. Tell me, should I just kill you and take your soul to patch up my losses? He panicked, begging for mercy. Truong Hao Kokok, you guys better beg for mercy and save me. Wasn't this your plan all along? Both Truong Hao Ko and the guy with glasses denied any responsibility. What the hell, mister? To the whole fight over supplies was Lee Min Hien's idea. We had no clue. Yeah, blame the right person. You're generous, so cut us innocent guys some slack, will ya? Hearing that, he shouted, I'm fighting for you guys over these supplies and this is how you treat me. A bunch of bastards ready to ditch me just to suck up to Lam Uyen Thu and that dude. Then he begged Lam Uyen Thu, please save me, I know I messed up, I don't want the stuff anymore, please forgive me. He looked at her wondering what she'd choose. That ruthless Lam Uyen Thu sighed and pleaded for them instead. Mr. To Bach, even though Lee Min Hien screwed up first, he's still doing it for everyone's sake. Could you cut him some slack, just this once, let them take my share, but no one touches Mr. To Bach's stuff. Hearing that, To Bach's suspicion eased. With that kind of heart, maybe the kid really is just a simple disciple who looks like that other guy. If that's the case, no need to hold on any longer. He lifted his foot off Lee Min Hien and said goodbye to Lam Uyen Thursday. Let's call it quits. You've found your friends, I've got my own path. We part ways here. I'll go hunt down that evolving zombie myself. but she grabbed his hand. Wait a sec, Mr. To Bach, maybe I know where it is. She remembered a place she hadn't seen before, just a vague feeling of some weird reaction somewhere in the school. The aura there gave me chills. Not sure if it's the kind of zombie you mentioned, Mr. To Bach. That caught him off guard. A prenatal spiritual body, a special physique that can sense worldly spiritual energy. Besides that kid, no one else has it. Is she really the chosen one, straight out of the original cultivation world? Lam Uyenthu brought something. I found what you wanted. Can I become your disciple now? To Bach took it and asked, tell me, how did you get this? She clasped her hands and knelt down. I was born with the ability to use the flying shadow sword technique. From now on, I'm the sword in your hand, master. I won't let you down. I accept. Good. From today, you're my second disciple, To Bach's second disciple. With your prenatal spiritual body, your future achievements won't be less than mine. She knelt. My life was given by you, master. Uyenthu dared not dream of surpassing him, only hoping to serve by his side, sharing his burdens and troubles. He sat down, looked at her, grabbed Lam Uyenthu's chin, making her look up at him, teasing her. Call me master. Lam Uyenthu blushed and stammered. He was wondering why she didn't remember him. Even though it's still unclear why she lost her memories back then, that won't stop me from sending her to hell. Let's go, my loyal disciple. When you entered the 10,000 souls realm, you wanted to attack her, become my servant, suffer the torment of soul refining for eternity, but she caught you. Worried you wouldn't believe me, Mr. To Bach. Please trust me, that thing is really heading this way. We have to get out of here right now, one step too late, and it's over. Her tone froze him, then she suddenly burst out, laughing loud enough to echo everywhere. Watching her, he thought, damn it, I almost wiped that girl out. She's a natural-born spiritual body, a rare physical constitution, once in 1,000 years. Killing her outright would be such a waste of a gift from heaven. Instead of chopping her up now, better to keep her as a pawn, squeezing every last drop of value out of her. And when she's truly worthless, I won't mistreat my disciple. I'll make sure she has a place in the 10,000 souls realm. There's a monster coming. It's hunting for the source of spiritual energy right here. Where the spiritual energy flows, lucky me. If there was no extra spirit energy, sooner or later, I'd become half human, half demon like those guys. It's about to jump. Don't let me down now. Then it leapt onto the building and charged into the room. Seeing no one, he was puzzled. This was the powerful creature Lam Uyenthu mentioned. A mutated serpent demon. No wait, something's off. That familiar feeling, everyone in the room saw it and freaked out, running away. Damn it, where the hell did this monster crawl out from? What are you waiting for? Run. Staying here is just waiting to die. The group with glasses tried to open the door. Damn it, why won't this door budge? Lam Uyenthu pointed at the monster. Mr. To Bach. I've seen it before at the artificial lake. It's definitely the same aura. No mistake. The monster moved closer to Bach and Lam Uyenthu. How is that possible? It actually has spiritual energy. It's not just a weird beast, it's a demon beast from the cultivation world. But why show up here? It chased after the people in the room wanting to eat them. Even though this place has no spiritual energy, it's full of those stinky half-human, half-demon things, but it's way livelier than that damn cultivation world. It can feast on humans freely, with no damn cultivators around to mess things up. What a blessing. It grabbed someone ready to eat them. No, please don't. I don't want to die. Save me, the homeroom teacher begged To Bach to save her students. Hey, can you please protect my students just this once? Just keep them safe, and I'll do anything. To Bach was serious. Forget whether I can or not. Why should your lives matter to me? The teacher got more worried hearing that. I can pay you, just protect them, but he refused. Sorry, I'm not interested. But don't worry when you all die. I'll personally guide your souls out of here. In no time, the monster had eaten one person. But To Bach sent his own beast to attack it. Caught off guard from behind, it fell down. To Bach's beast jumped down to finish it off, but it suddenly opened its eyes and fought back. It easily overpowered To Bach's beast. It found what it was after spiritual energy. Like I said, my nose never lies. There really is a scent of spirit energy here. I never thought a place like this would have a cultivator. Sure, their power's kinda weak, but it's barely enough to get by. To Bach's monster suddenly bit off its tongue, making it scream in pain. He couldn't help but laugh. Oh, so you charged at me? Well then, I guess I gotta kill you. A gust of wind swept through the desolate scene, kicking up dust. To Bach's eyes locked straight ahead, his mind racing with calculations. Normally a beast at this bamboo foundation stage isn't worth my time. But now with my Chi-Si realm cultivation... Damn, almost forgot about these guys. The 10,000 souls wheel doesn't discriminate. Killing them and refining their souls is enough for me to break through bamboo foundation. Too bad I still can't handle that thing over there. As he spoke, his eyes scanned the area. Then, he turned toward the group cowering in fear behind him. You all better pray for mercy. But, if you're willing to join the 10,000 Souls wheel and help me break through, there's still a sliver of hope for survival. To Bach paused, then glanced at the weapon in his hand with a hint of meaning. Then he pointed at the monstrous thing behind him, every word dripping with clear intent. Of course, if you refuse, that's fine too. If I want to leave, no one can stop me, except you. At his words, the group stayed frozen, not a single one moving. Seeing this, To Bach just coldly turned his back. No one's volunteering to sacrifice themselves. Fine, then I'm out of here. Lam Wien Thu, beside him, was helpless, only able to call out after him, Mr. To Bach. Suddenly, someone grabbed her hand from behind. Let me handle this. It was none other than Teacher Lee. Looking a bit worn out. Let me do it. Just please lead my students out of here. Her words caught Lam Wien Thu off guard. Suddenly, the pendant around Teacher Lee's neck flickered with a faint purple glow. To Bach's eyes immediately caught it wide. With surprise, it was a spirit stone. Without hesitation, he stepped closer, grabbing the mysterious necklace with one hand. Teacher Lee didn't hide anything when asked, and honestly handed the stone over. My dad happened to get this years ago. Then without hesitation, she took it off her neck. She sincerely offered it to him. If you're interested, take it. Just please protect my students. To Bach held the stone up to his eyes, inspecting it. The enchanting glow it gave off made him silently marvel inside. Yeah, this is definitely a treasure from the cultivation world, and its quality isn't ordinary at all. The spiritual realm inside rivals even a top-tier spirit stone. But how did something like this end up here? Could it be that me and Lam Wien Thu reincarnating into this world isn't just a coincidence? The more he thought about it, the more puzzled he became. Then a thought flashed, sharpening To Bach's gaze. If that's true, then my other disciples could very well be in this world too. Right then, a notification popped up. Spirit Stone detected. Use it. Using the Spirit Stone to enhance the 10,000 Souls wheel can empower the wielder, and also upgrade the rank of the controlled souls. He stood there, staring at the notification, surprised that the Spirit Stone could directly boost the 10,000 Souls wheel. Looks like I gotta collect more of these. To Bach gripped the stone tight and told Teacher Lee, I accept this. The contract's sealed. You all stay here for now. No need to run. Suddenly the monster behind let out an angry roar. Damn it, how dare you sneak attack me? Come on. Immortal cultivator, watch me break you down right now. It charged forward, fiercely roaring. He stayed calm, sitting cross-legged on the ground. Help me hold it back. As soon as he said that, the zombie blocking To Bach lunged forward. One of its claws slashed straight at the enemy. Moves came fast and furious. But the snake was quick and nimble, dodging with just a flick of its body. He didn't just stand there, starting to strike back. Yeah, weak sauce. With just one move, he slammed To Bach's zombie into the wall. He didn't notice that behind him, a faint purple aura was spreading over To Bach's whole body, glowing brighter and brighter, catching his attention. Instinctively, he turned to look at Master To Bach, who was meditating but still radiating a powerful energy. A sudden fear flashed through him. His own aura surged stronger. He was breaking through. He had to finish this fast. Thinking that, he turned back to the zombie he was holding and prepared a finishing blow. Get lost. With one punch, he sent the zombie flying straight through a wall. The zombie took the hit and flew far away. After clearing that obstacle, he smirked proudly and moved inward. Let's see where you run this time. Die. As he said that, his clawed hand raised midair, ready to strike. Just as he closed in on To Bach, his whole body suddenly froze, forced to watch helplessly. Noisy. My 10,000 souls spell just happened to need a bamboo beast as a sacrifice, To Bach said, without moving an inch. Then slowly lifted his head, revealing cold eyes that pierced right through. So I'll pick you. The snake couldn't move, a muscle staring in helpless shock. What the hell? Suddenly a huge hand grabbed its head. The zombie that had been knocked away earlier somehow returned its body, now massively bigger. A notification popped up. Common rank, evolution, rank Chi awakening stage, bamboo beast tier. To Bach coldly commanded forward. Kill. Following the order, the zombie didn't hesitate, slashing its sharp claws through the snake's body. The critical hit made the snake cough up blood non-stop, lifting it high into the air, smashing through the ceiling. It struggled, desperately trying to break free. The zombie was losing patience, winding up its arm, and with one swing, the snake was sent flying, leaving a trail of shattered debris. Just when it seemed over, the snake's hand still clung tightly to the edge of the wall. Its whole body dangled midair, eyes instinctively looking down. It quickly twisted and crawled upward, gasping. Damn, I seriously underestimated you. Didn't expect you to break through right in the middle of battle. But do you really think? Little guy came in unprepared. He sneered at the zombie in front of him. As he finished, he opened his mouth, wide fangs bared, and shouted, "Come on, my loyal followers, help me wipe out all these humans." The snake demon's roar echoed through the air. "Come on, my loyal followers, help me wipe out all these humans." At the same time, the call went out. Without a second thought, Li Minhien plunged his two sharp hands right through the bodies in front of him. His whole body was now covered in snake-like scales, and his eyes sharpened. Understood. This scene shocked everyone there, their panic only growing worse. Li Minhien's killing people. Why man, he showed no mercy, dropping the two corpses to the ground. He wasn't pretending anymore. His words spilled out all the schemes he'd been hiding. Calling them trash. "I've put up with you jerks for way too long. Bet you felt great betraying me back then, huh? Did you ever think I'd kill you?" He stuck out his tongue like a snake's eyes full of malice toward the others. Not giving them a chance to run, Li Minhien went berserk, attacking relentlessly. The terrified crowd begged nonstop, "Help me, someone please, I don't want to die." Li Minhien, "Please spare me, I'm begging you. Don't kill me." His face couldn't hide the thrill, chuckling darkly. "This is what it feels like to hold life and death over a bunch of worthless ants. Damn, it's amazing. Today, everyone's gonna die." Teacher Lai was terrified, collapsing to the ground, stammering nonstop. How did it come to this lamb? Yenthu wasn't much better, clutching To Bach's arm in fear. "Mr. To Bach, what's wrong with Li Minhien?" He didn't answer right away, quietly watching a flicker of interest crossing his mind. "This is kinda interesting. Didn't expect someone to willingly become a beast's minion. But whatever. Kill 'em all. The more dead the better. In the end, they're just puppets under my control anyway." Following that thought, more and more bodies piled up at his feet. Suddenly, Teacher Lai stepped in front of Li Minhien, shouting without fear, "Li Minhien, stop this. I won't let you keep acting crazy like this." He grabbed her collar with one hand, lifting her up with force. Don't care if you live or die. You want to die that bad. Fine, I'll grant your wish." Without hesitation, he raised his clawed hand ready to finish her off. Suddenly, a hand pulled Teacher Lai back, dodging Li Minhien's strike perfectly. Lam Uyenthu held Teacher Li tightly, constantly urging Miss Li, "What you gotta do now is calm everyone down, don't let them scatter. If we want to survive, we gotta rely on Mr. To Bach." To Bach stared at Teacher Lai for a moment, starting to calculate. Others could die, but these people couldn't. To find the spirit stones later, they'd need her to lead the way. Seeing it was in his interest, he took action. The weapon in his hand began to hover, surrounded by a glowing energy. The weapon spun in midair, a faint blue light spreading throughout the room. Li Minhien stared dumbfounded at the sight before him. "What the hell is that, you again? I held back on you, 'cause the boss was coming. Now no need anymore." He eyed the weapon in To Bach's hand, daring him recklessly. Without hesitation, he charged, cursing, "Without that monster protecting you, let's see what you got against me." To Bach stayed still, just snorting coldly. Right away, Vung grabbed the weapon in his hand and barked the order sharply. "Kill him!" From that weapon, a bunch of demons started pouring out nonstop. "Li Minhien, why the hell do you want to kill me? Why? Just come with us. Come on. Join us as brothers in Van Hon Fien." They lunged forward, grabbing Li Minhien tight. "Didn't you say we'd be brothers for life? Now's your chance, so get with it." Even though he was barely able to move from all the attacks, he still talked big. "You guys didn't. I already kill all of you. Get lost, you restless ghosts and demons. I'm not wasting time with you." "No," Sooner said. He was swarmed and bitten, only able to stare wide-eyed in horror. The ghosts didn't let up, tearing into him the pain, making him scream nonstop. Ah, damn it, damn it. The whole scene was locked in the snake's gaze. He couldn't help but wonder, what the hell is that Van Hon Fien? Oh, you really think you can use that crappy magic weapon against me? You think I'm some clay doll you can just mold however you want? He shot a contemptuous glare at To Bach. To Bach wasn't backing down either, snapping back coldly. Trash. That's just because you've never met me before. My Van Hon Fien's been missing a soul like yours to sacrifice. His eyes sharpened deadly enough to kill. Meanwhile, Li Minhien, torn apart and bleeding, stumbled over. "Help me, boss, please help me." The snake watched the chaos, cursing silently. "Damn, am I really this unlucky? Finally met a cultivator, and he turns out to be some demon cultivator. These monsters are all from dark sects. One hit, and you're done. Plus, this kid just broke through to the bamboo foundation stage. No way better bail now. Don't want to get cursed before I even get the spirit energy." Just as he thought that, his eyes flicked to a gap behind him, looking for an escape route. Before he could think further, Li Minhien ran up at his feet, begging nonstop, "Boss, please save me." Suddenly the snake grabbed him with one hand, hoisting him into the air. Li Min-hien screamed in terror. Ah, boss you. He hadn't even figured out what was happening yet, looking at the one he worshipped with confusion only to get a cold reply. The power I gave you, you wasted. Now it's time for you to pay me back. Without hesitation he threw Li Min-hien straight at the enemy, using the distraction to make his escape. To Bach just tilted his body slightly and easily dodged, eyes locked forward. Seeing things were going south, the snake quickly spun around. This guy's tough, the wind's picking up better, get out fast. Watching this, To Bach's eyes hardened. You wanna run? Did I give you permission? No way, I'm letting the enemy reach their goal. To Bach swung his weapon, and the demons around charged forward. The zombie didn't hesitate either, running straight from behind, and with a leap it soared into the air, crashing down right on the snake trying to escape. Its whole body landed perfectly on the enemy, hitting hard, smashing through several floors, and slamming into the ground, kicking up a cloud of dust. The snake was crushed flat, unable to move. Got you now. Suddenly, floating human-shaped statues appeared out of nowhere. Countless forms. The statues drove like nails into the snake's limbs, making him scream in pain. Two girls standing beside To Bach cheered loudly at the scene. This is awesome. Mr. To Bach has caught it. The snake's hanging by a thread, but still got some nerve. Asterisk. Cough cough. Asterisk. Today I admit defeat, but don't think you can just trap me that easily. You must be dreaming, he said, his eyes flashing with wicked intent. Quickly, he shifted onto all fours, revealing himself as a snake slithering away with smug satisfaction. Those fools didn't expect it, huh? Not only Kim Thian can shed his skin, this guy knows how to escape too. Li Min-hien saw the lifeline slipping away and chased after it. Boss, wait up, I'm not leaving yet. Just as he collapsed to the ground, others blocked his path. Those who were scared before had now surrounded him. Li Min-hien, karma's a bitch. Heaven doesn't miss a thing. You killed so many people. You really thought you'd get off that easy. Let's take him down. Li Min-hien lost his earlier confidence, trembling as he threatened. Don't come any closer, or I swear I'll kill you. But no one cared. They stomped on him without a second thought. You bastard, die. Even now you're begging for mercy. Ah, please, I know I was wrong. Please, I beg you. Miss Li, on the sidelines, was still worried. Mr. To Bach, are you really gonna let that monster go? Is it gonna be okay? To Bach stayed calm. Go. You're overestimating it, just a low-level snake demon. Thinking it can break free from my mental seal. His gaze locked forward, his mind deep in thought. This charade is about to end. On the other side, the snake slithered straight into a deserted area. In a flash, it shifted back to its original form. It looked at its intact limbs, muttering curses, finally free. Damn bad luck. Where the hell did that demon come from in this dump? Maybe it got swept up in the chaos like me, but that doesn't matter now. Once I'm out, the sky's wide open and the sea's vast. A small foundation stage cultivator like me, you'll never find me. Rambling on, it staggered away. Not far off, a sound made it jump. Oh, To Bach was suddenly right behind it. Try running. Let's see if you can escape my mental domain. The snake trembled, backing away in fear. No, no way. How did you find me? You're just a foundation stage. How strong can your true form be? To Bach shouted loudly. Without hesitation, he raised his weapon, and everything around him surged forward. The snake's limbs were pinned tight against the wall, struggling but trapped. It used all its strength, but its hands didn't budge. At that moment, a clawed hand shot out, striking straight into the snake's throat with deadly precision. It gasped out a painful sound. Humph. To Bach challenged arrogantly. 7 inches locked down. Let's see how much you can move now. Cornered, the snake hissed with bitter rage. Damn it, you scum. If you don't want me to live in peace, then no one will. A green flame burst from its mouth. The zombie choking it was engulfed in the fire. Sparks shot toward To Bach. No matter how many souls you split into your true form's just foundation stage. Once I swallow you, what's left to fear from these clumsy fools? To Bach stayed totally calm, just let out a breath like, yeah, not sure if I'm gonna make it. Then he gripped his weapon tight, and with a single spear thrust, he pierced right through the snake's soul. That's when it finally showed its true form, eyes wide with shock. Ah, no way. Dia's shadow clone of the big boss. Even the original spirit found it hard to see through. Who the hell are you? He stared, wide-eyed. The image of To Bach burned deep in his gaze. To Bach didn't bother explaining, just kept attacking without a word. If you had any use left, I'd have torn your soul apart ages ago. The 10,000 souls spell. Chains of iron shot out from the skull on his weapon. The snake snarled, glaring fiercely at its enemy. Damn it, I won't accept this. Even if I die, I'll never surrender. Even in death, I refuse to bow to you. Every word spat out with venom, and golden light began to glow. To Bach instantly caught on but didn't rush. You want to try and blow up my soul right in front of me, like I'm invisible or something." He raised his hand, and golden light blazed from his fingertips. Right behind him, his true form appeared, the spirit of the general. The snake stared like it couldn't believe its eyes. "What the hell? This ain't just a big shot. This is the power of a godly transformation. And I just pissed off a godly elder." He stammered in fear, eyes locked on what stood before him. Struggling with all his might, begging nonstop. "Ah, don't kill me. I know I was wrong. Ancestors, please spare me." In no time he was sucked into the skull's mouth. Right then, the system notification popped up. "Spirit, congrats host, you've defeated a rank C creature. The 10,000 souls spell has upgraded to the current level bamboo core stage. 10,000 souls spell, level 3, controlling 5 out of 10 souls." More notifications kept popping up. "Spirit, the 10,000 stage has leveled up to 3, unlocking enhancement mode. Host can feed souls any item containing spiritual energy. This boosts the soul's rank." Watching all this, To Bach felt a spark of excitement. Whoa, didn't expect to get such a bonus. The notifications kept coming. "Host can feed souls any spiritual energy item, raising their level." Reading this, a bit of joy flickered inside him. So you can actually use spirit stones to nurture souls. That means as long as I have enough spirit stones, I can quickly build a powerful army of souls. Damn, the plan to hunt spirit stones just jumped to the top of the list. With that thought, he proudly raised his weapon high, his eyes turned icy, and his expression grew ruthless, with every thought racing through his mind. "Once I'm strong enough to protect myself in this world, it'll be time to find my good little disciples." From the ruined building came sharp voices. "Uyenthu, your partner. Is it dangerous for him to chase that monster?" Teacher Lee couldn't hide her worry. Lam Yuenthu trusted him, completely reassuring. "Teacher Lee, don't worry. With Mr. To Bach's skills, he's absolutely fine. That kind of monster isn't even a match for him." Teacher Lee felt a bit relieved, but then got curious. "Well, that's good. You seem to really trust him. He doesn't look like a student from our school though. How did you get to know him?" She didn't hold back at all, telling me that last time during the chaos, she ran out of school, and when she was almost attacked by those monsters, it was Mr. To Bach who saved her. But weirdly enough, the moment she met Mr. To Bach, she felt like she'd known him before. Lam Uyenthu recalled this while sharing her doubts. Right then, the door next to them quietly opened. Seeing To Bach come back safe, she happily went out to greet him. "Thank God, Mr. To Bach's back. That freak didn't hurt you, right?" he said, clearly annoyed. Keeping a hand between himself and Lam Uyen Thursday. "Wait, did that thing actually hurt me? How little do you think I am?" Then he pulled out the purple spirit stone from his pocket. To Bach Mo held it out in front of the teacher asking, "I need more stones like this. Do you know where I can find them?" The teacher looked super flustered. "Sorry, this belonged to my dad, and I honestly don't know where he got it. You'd probably have to ask him directly." He didn't waste time. "Where is your dad now?" The teacher didn't answer right away either, but seized the moment to make a deal. "Mr. To Bach, if you really want to find my dad, then maybe we need to make another trade. The last time I contacted him was 3 days ago. He was stuck somewhere waiting to be rescued. If you want info, I'm afraid only I can find him." She said this, her eyes sadly, staring off into the distance. To Bach immediately caught the hidden meaning behind her words and started calculating the pros and cons. Was this woman trying to use him to rescue someone? But if it meant finding the Spirit Stone's trail, a little time was worth it. Seeing he'd benefit too, he didn't hesitate to agree. "Fine then, I'll go with you." The teacher looked like she couldn't believe her ears, and asked, "Really, that's great." But he quickly laid down a condition, and listened carefully. "If I find out you're lying to me, not just you, but everyone will die, including your dad." To Bach's serious warning stunned the two others. The teacher, though scared, had to accept, stammering, Okay, I get it. Don't worry, trust me, I won't let you down." Then she quickly turned to the students behind her. "Everyone get up fast. We're leaving with Mr. To Bach." The students were overjoyed. "Finally, we're getting out of here. I thought I was gonna die." But then someone remembered the fallen behind them and hesitated. To Bach calmly stepped forward, looking at the piles of corpses on the ground. "Can't waste these," he thought. Raising his weapon high, he shouted boldly, "Souls, come forth." From the skull, transparent chains glowed with a mystical light, wrapping tightly around the corpses lying on the ground. With a snap, their souls were quickly sucked into the skull. After a moment absorbing them, a flash of light from the skull's eye socket signaled it was done. At the same time, a notification popped up. Souls absorbed 5, max controllable souls 10. The others watching grew scared and huddled together. Seeing the bodies vanish, the teacher couldn't help but ask Mr. To Bach, "You're taking them?" To Bach didn't answer right away. He gently rested his weapon on his shoulder, turned his back, and explained calmly, "Of course, I'm making full use of everything, trapping them in the 10,000 souls maze, turning them into puppets to control. Alright, let's move. I'm not here to waste time. A bunch of people just dragged each other through this wasteland, not forgetting to show their gratitude. Mr. To Bach, we're lucky it was you this time. Without you, we wouldn't have made it out of the classroom. Even if the monsters didn't kill us, we'd have starved for sure. The more they spoke, the more thankful they sounded. He responded politely, no big deal, I just took what I needed. To Bach's eyes gazed into the distance, his mind calculating. I've broken through to Bamboo Foundation stage, and my spiritual space has partially recovered, so I should be able to pull out even higher level treasures. Let's see, hopefully something useful. In the spatial dimension, he led me toward the time gate. Following his hand, treasures appeared one by one. Suddenly, something made To Bach's eyes widen in shock. Didn't expect this. Could this be fate? He silently stared at what appeared in his hand, while Lam Uyen Thu peeked over his shoulder, curious. Mr. To Bach, where'd you get that sword? I swear I've seen it somewhere before. She reached out instinctively to touch the sword. That made To Bach wary, his gaze sharpened cold. Is this a sign her memory's coming back? Interesting. If this girl really regains her memory and realizes she's fallen into my hands, like a lamb waiting to be slaughtered. Thinking that he coldly watched her, the sword slipped from his hand, stabbed into the ground with a clink. He wondered how his little brat would feel about all this. Then To Bach turned to Lam Uyen Thursday. Fine, you keep it. She blinked in surprise. Me, no way, Mr. To Bach, why would I want it? You want me to face those monsters? She tried to dodge, scared. But To Bach stayed icy. What's wrong with that? You always expect me to protect you. That hit Lam Uyen Thu hard. Her expression shifted. She immediately changed her tune, obediently bending down to grab the sword stuck upright in the ground. All right, but I've never used one before. Remember to teach me. Before she finished, the sword in her hands suddenly stirred. Lam Uyen Thu's eyes widened in shock as vivid memories flooded back. A crowd surrounded something, begging, Master, please stop. She saw herself kneeling before a stranger, saying, I was born with the flying shadow sword technique. From now on, I'll be the sword in your hand, senior. Never letting you down. In the memory, To Bach gently lifted her chin, speaking softly, still calling me senior. Back in reality, Lam Uyen Thu froze under the gaze of the person behind her. Master. At that moment, To Bach's past life, face flashed in her mind, terrifying her so much, she stammered, Master. Just after saying those words, her eyes slowly closed, and her consciousness slipped into darkness. Quickly, she collapsed to the ground, motionless. Seeing her student suddenly pass out, the teacher panicked, calling out to Uyen Thu, thinking she'd regained consciousness. To Bach's veins bulged with rage. Gritting his teeth, he growled out Lam Uyen Thu as he raised the Van Hon Fian high, summoning the serpent demon he had just tamed. He commanded it to strike forward and barked, You damn. At that moment, the serpent coiled tightly around Lam Uyen Thu's body, making her cry out a few times and struggle helplessly. The students watching couldn't hide their fear. Some, too shaken, collapsed to the ground, clutching their heads and trembling. It wasn't just the students. Teacher Lai was also confused and scared, not understanding what was happening. Mr. To Bach. Teacher Lai, trembling but desperate, ran over and grabbed his sleeve, pleading, Mr. To Bach, what are you doing? Stop this right now. Still, he stood cold and silent, not uttering a single word. At the same time, the serpent obeyed its master's command, trying to open its mouth wide to swallow its prey. Its grip was so tight that Lam Uyen Thu couldn't breathe through her nose, forcing her to gasp for air with her mouth, using every ounce of strength she had. Realizing this was bad, Teacher Lai rushed to the serpent and pulled hard on its head with all her might. Seizing the chance, Lam Uyen Thu panicked and shouted, Mr. To Bach, your monster's gone crazy. Please save me. He stomped the tail of the Van Hon Fian hard on the ground, making a loud thud. She watched his move, a bit scared, sweat pouring down her face. To Bach folded his legs, sat on his feet, and coldly asked, You've recovered your memories, Lam Uyen. Thu's eyes were full of doubt, her voice trembling. Recovered memories? What are you talking about, Mr. To Bach? Teacher Lai knelt, hands clasped in front of him, begging, Mr. To Bach, Uyen Thu is a good kid. Please save her. Even he felt a flicker of doubt about his own judgment. What's going on? Her reaction didn't seem fake. Could it be just a brief flash of regained memory? He slowly reached out his hand toward her. Fine, let me check this out myself. He gently placed his hand on her head. Instantly, a blinding light burst forth. He closed his eyes, using his super soul technique to read her mind. Right away, the memories she still held appeared vividly in his head. After scanning through the memories, To Bach slowly opened his eyes, still cold, as he looked at Lam Uyen Thursday. Memories don't lie. She really hadn't regained her memories. Seeing him zoning out like that, the two called her name anxiously to see if she'd react. Suddenly, Mr. To Bach stood up and swung the Van Hoenfien to the side. Forget it. In less than 2 seconds, the serpent wrapped around her body gradually dissolved into a stream of blue light and vanished. Teacher Lee helped Lam Uyen Thu up, relieved and comforting her. It's okay, it's okay. To Bach ignored them and strode past the two. Looks like the sword doesn't suit you. Let's go. Don't waste my time. Lam, Uyen, Thu, and Teacher Lee responded tensely. Yeah. After that, Teacher Lee turned back, waving at some students in the distance. Are you guys okay? Let's get moving. Meanwhile, Lam Uyen Thu felt something off. Weird. Why did I just call Mr. To Bach Master? And why do I feel so familiar with him? To Bach's eyes narrowed cold as ice. He told himself whether this is fate or a game of chess, he'd investigate thoroughly. After a while, everyone stood before a ruined industrial complex. Teacher Lai spoke up, "This is the place." Then, proudly introduced, "This is one of my family's properties. The last time my dad contacted me was here, but it looks like these monsters stopped him from evacuating in time." His brows furrowed, eyes fixed straight ahead. "If that's the case, let's check it out." But after just one step, the white-shirted student awkwardly scratched his head and said, well, we won't go inside. We'll just wait out here until you come back." The girls behind immediately chimed in, "Yeah, going in won't help Big Brother Bach, so we'll stay here to back you up." "Same here." To Bach glanced back with a careless look. "Doesn't matter. Once I'm out of the school, my contract's done. Whether I stay or leave is none of my business." Saying that, he strode straight inside. The 3 students heard him, but their faces showed pure terror they didn't dare follow. Teacher Lai glanced back for a moment, as if she silently understood everything. No other choice. She seriously warned, "Stay put, don't run around. Wait for Mr. To Bach and me to come out. Then we'll take you to the safe zone. It's secure there." The boy replied loudly, "Don't worry, Teacher Lai. We definitely won't run off." Without another word, Teacher Lai quickly followed behind To Bach. Before long, the 3 figures in the students' eyes shrank, becoming as small as peas. Once they disappeared, the boy sat down, exhaling deeply with relief. "Damn, finally free. You guys have no idea. From the start, I didn't dare breathe hard, scared that guy would kill me if he got mad." The straight-haired girl felt the same, no need to say more. That dude looked scarier than the monsters. "Alright, quiet down. Anyway, we just gotta stay put. As long as we survive till the end, we'll win." Back with To Bach, there was still no sign of any survivors or zombies, so everyone kept moving slowly inside. After a short distance, a pair of pointed-toe doll shoes stopped. "Wait, that's Lam Uyen Thursday. Looks like something's coming this way." In front of her, a horde of zombies was rushing in. The soldiers armed with weapons saw a living person and quickly waved their hands. "Go back. This isn't a place for you. Don't get near those monsters. Turn around now." Without hesitation, he started taking out the zombies. Teacher Lai felt relieved. "Great. These must be the government rescue team. Maybe they know where my dad is trapped." He gripped his weapon tightly. "If that's the case, save the survivors." To Bach summoned all the zombies he controlled, then raised the 10,000 souls fan forward and ordered, "Clear the way." Obeying the command, they surged toward the zombies with sharp glowing red eyes. Because of the loud noise behind, a soldier heard it. He turned his face in alarm and reported, "Shit, Captain, there are monsters charging from behind too." "What do we do now?" The captain frowned, gritting his teeth, and ordered, "Don't be scared. Everyone turn into spirits and scatter immediately. Don't get trapped by this wave of monsters." The group obeyed, running to the sides to find escape routes, but kept safety as their top priority. At the same time, the zombies and corpses kept screaming and charging at each other. Suddenly, a shadow with long claws appeared in front of the zombies. "That's a high-level Jiangxi dude." It just charged straight into the enemy ranks, slaughtering without mercy. Nearby, a venomous serpent opened its jaws wide, bearing sharp teeth and a long tongue, ready to tear apart the zombies in front. A loud, times thud, times echoed through the air, as dark red blood splattered everywhere from the zombie bodies. One soldier watched in stunned disbelief. "Boss, am I dreaming? Are these monsters actually fighting each other?" He aimed his pistol at the zombies, staying on guard. "Since starting this mission, I've never seen anything this weird." The captain was dumbfounded, clueless about what was going on. "Yeah, what the hell? Are gods really fighting outside?" To Bach's Jiangxi kept attacking relentlessly, overwhelming the zombies. At that moment, he, the teacher, and Lam Uyen Thu slowly moved forward. The captain pressed against the wall, glanced back, and warned seriously, "Don't let your guard down. While these monsters haven't noticed us, we pull back. Just wait for the super-powered reinforcements from HQ. Only then will we be truly safe." The masked junior asked, "Boss, I heard those guys are crazy strong from HQ rumors. Is that true? We're all human here, so how could they be superheroes?" The captain cocked his pistol confidently, voice firm. "That's 'Cause you haven't seen their real power. I once met an S-rank, superpowered guy who alone could take down 1,000 troops. He disengaged the safety on his gun. The masked guy's eyes widened in shock. 1,000 troops? That's way over the top. Could those people really be superheroes? Suddenly, the captain shouted in disbelief. Holy shit, there really are superhumans. Aren't those the survivors from earlier? Why aren't the monsters attacking them? Looks like they're protecting them. Protecting their path. On To Bach's side, the Jiangshi attacked zombies near their master. Without hesitation, the captain raised his gun to aim. The others understood and followed suit immediately. He shouted, "Who the hell are you? Freeze and answer, or we start shooting." The teacher and student behind heard this and nervously stepped closer to To Bach's group, but he didn't care, still moving forward, ignoring it all. The masked guy asked Captain, "Should we shoot?" The captain sighed deeply and slowly lowered his gun. His face was dead serious as he raised a hand to stop them. "Forget it, this isn't something we can handle." He stepped out from behind the broken wall. "Hold up, I'm Teo Trung Than, captain of the 3rd Rescue Squad in Zone Z. Are you the superpowered reinforcements sent by HQ? Calmly asked. He turned to face them. He wondered, what's a superpowered person? Teo Trung Than looked surprised. If you're not superpowered, then who are you? Waiting for an answer, he tensed up, thinking no record in the superpower system. Could they be freelancing civilians? Damn, these types are always tough to deal with. The teacher stepped forward to explain, "We're here looking for someone. My father named Li Qin Hao." Teo Trung Than frowned serious as he said, "Li Qin Hao. Yeah, he's on the rescue list. Heard he holds critical info. HQ ordered us to get him out at all costs." Hearing what he needed, To Bach immediately spoke up. "Do you know where he is?" The man nodded and replied, "Yeah, but that place is deep inside this area. With the current situation, it's damn hard to get to." As soon as he finished from inside a house, a horde of zombies smashed through the wall, pouring out like a flood. They raised their hands, mouths wide open, screaming nonstop. The team heard the loud noise, instantly switching to battle mode. The man's face showed pure terror. "Bro, we're surrounded." He turned to him shouting for help. "Sir, even though you're not officially part of the system, at this life or death moment, I beg you to help us. No need for all that. Just get one person out and send word that's enough." To Bach arrogantly asserted. "No worries, I'll get you guys out, but in return, you gotta take me to the target." Meanwhile, he did nothing but let the soldiers handle the approaching zombies themselves. Then, he pointed at the zombies right there and ordered crush them. Following the command, the mutated zombie and the snake demon immediately turned to attack the direction he indicated. The mutated zombie took the lead, swinging its super long claws and arms first. It slashed straight into the big zombie horde, followed by the snake demon. It opened its mouth wide and blasted a terrifying flame, engulfing the zombies in fire. The soldiers watching were beyond hyped. Damn, this is some serious power. Is this what a superhuman looks like? This is insane. Are all the superhumans on the team this strong? Just pulling one person out and he can wipe out the whole world compared to us. Our gear is basically sticks and stones. Tu Trong Than confidently replied, "Nah, not every superhuman is that strong. This guy, even among the official superhumans, would be top tier. At least I've never seen anyone control monsters as minions like that. I bet his power level is no less than grade C." Lam Uyin Thu, who had been silent, suddenly sensed something, and warned, "Watch out, something's coming." She pointed to the sky and shouted, catching everyone's curious eyes, looking up. Above a pair of bony feet were speeding down. A voice dripping with annoyance said, "Who the hell dares to trespass my territory without permission?" The figure slammed down hard, kicking up dust and debris. A strange blue aura radiated from it, its cold voice echoing like it came from the underworld. Tu Trong Than's group panicked. Damn it, what the hell is that? The intel never mentioned monsters of this level. To Bach was shocked to realize this was the aura of a fully matured Ju-Ji stage. Didn't expect a creature of this rank to hold this place. Plus, it didn't seem like a regular zombie. Tu Lin raised his spiked mace forward, eyes flashing as he ordered, "My minions, follow me and wipe out these intruders." At his command, the zombie horde surged forward like a tsunami. The teacher worriedly asked Mr. To Bach, "What do we do now?" Tu Trong Than gave the order. "Everyone get ready to fight. Even if we die, we gotta go all out against these monsters." To Bach didn't answer, just looked at John Boss with excitement. Sure enough, this was one of the rare undead with senses. If we can capture its soul and trap it in the 10,000 Souls mirror, then we have a shot at transferring its spirit to the Death Legion under our command. He ordered everyone to step back, clear the way, this is my prey. He bowed his head slightly, his eyes flashing like lightning. If I catch it, I'll have the power to create an independent Tu Lin army. No more thinking, To Bach raised the Van Honfian toward the Tu Lin and commanded, "Move forward." Hearing the order, his zombie horde charged straight at the target. Quickly, they closed in on the Tu Lin and attacked. The demon snake coiled tightly around the boss's leg, freezing its movement. The smaller zombies swarmed its feet. The advanced level zombie charged head-on, aiming a lethal strike. But the boss raised its massive mace, blocking the blow. Tu Lin stared at the distant enemy in shock, realizing who was controlling the Tu Lin. This human is insanely dangerous. He tensed up, unleashing a terrifying aura, like a rising tsunami. That wild wave swept away all the zombies near the snake with ease. The boss raised its iron mace in front of it, still casting a spell for a moment, but a blue aura wrapped around the weapon in its hand. It roared in anger. "I am the lord of the Tu Lin. What right do you puny humans have to claim dominion?" With that, it swung the mace down in a devastating blow, the force roaring out like nature's furious scream. To Bach felt the power and couldn't help but be cautious. This pressure rivaled that of a Kim Dan-level being. What exactly is this, Tu Lin? At the same time, on a nearby rooftop, a man watched everything unfold. "Oh hey," the guy with glasses flashed a grin, showing off his bright teeth, excited to spot a juicy target. The boss is gonna be so pleased. Then he contacted someone. "Master, we found a bamboo foundation cultivator, who can control spirits." Suddenly, a mysterious smoky figure appeared in the air, with 5 senses looking just like a normal human. That shadow squinted and ordered, "Kill him. His spiritual energy is crucial. Do it well, and I'll reward you." The guy with glasses smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry, Min Kuat Kwan has already started the hunt." Back to To Bach, the Tu Lin swung its huge heavy mace down toward the tiny humans below. Terrified Lam Uyenthu and her teacher screamed, "No, please, help me." To Bach just stood still, watching the monster without flinching. No matter how scared the soldiers were, they didn't back down. They raised their guns and fired non-stop. Tiu Trung Than shouted encouragement, "Come on brothers, give it your all." Lam Uyenthu grabbed his arm and declared, "Mr. To Bach, even if I die, I want to die with you." Even in this dangerous moment he closed his eyes with disdain. The Kim Dan level Tu Lin Lord was just a bluff. Its real strength only peak bamboo foundation level. "Even though I've lost all my cultivation, a beast like you still can't stop me." He stretched out his hand, reaching into his spiritual space to draw the sword he'd taken out earlier. The moment the sword was drawn, a giant magical figure appeared overhead. Without hesitation, he commanded it to swing the sword and smash the Tu Lin's iron mace to pieces. Tu Lin, stunned by the broken weapon, looked up in panic and shouted, "Impossible. The heavenly law execution, a technique of the Hoa Thun realm," Tiu Truong Than confirmed in shock. "This one's stronger than any fake power user I've ever met," the masked guy said, eyes wide. "This is messed up. Are there really power users? This insane?" To Bach lowered his head, eyes cold and sharp, thinking how hard it was to absorb even a bit of spiritual energy. But now he had to spit it all out. Still, capturing a drybone king was worth it. The 4 spirits freaked out and turned to run. And the transformation divine realm appeared too. "What's the point of fighting now? Better to ditch the loot and run." To Bach raised his sword in front of him, his body still radiating mysterious energy, his voice icy as hell. Trying to run, he swung his sword toward the boss. "Let's see how you handle my supreme chant." As he finished, the sword shot forward, revealing a fiery phoenix. It let out a loud cry, flying as fast as a bullet out of a gun. Hearing that, the drybone king froze, turning around in panic. What the hell? Right in its face was the fiery phoenix. Divine energy. Just one cry from the phoenix, and I couldn't move. Who the hell did I just mess with? In a few seconds, the sword, now the phoenix, pierced through the 4 spirits, sending him flying backward with a scream of pain. Lam Uyenthu watched everything, her face full of shock. Mr. To Bach summoned that. "Is that a phoenix?" Truong Tan frowned, curious. "An ancient divine beast, the golden phoenix. Just how strong is this power user?" Seeing his prey weakened, To Bach brought out the 10,000 souls chain. Coldly activating it, he shouted as chains shot out, wrapping tightly around the 4 spirits' body. Struggling and screaming, the drybone king yelled, "No, you'll never tame me. I'm Min Kuat Kwan, and I'll never surrender." But after just a bit, he stopped resisting. He told himself, even if he hated it, following a powerful divine realm master like this was better than sticking with that brat forever. With that, he was fully subdued by the 10,000 souls chain. The system panel popped up, congratulating the user for defeating a boss-level creature. And the 10,000 souls chain leveled up to stage 4 of the Qi refinement realm, able to control 1-to-1 boss-level enemies, and can control souls, advancing to level 2 with over 5 souls, able to control 10 to 20. Before he could do anything else, To Bach started coughing hard, forcing out a harsh cough. Using the heaven and earth manifestation drained too much energy, so his realm dropped. Teacher Li and Lam Yuanthu hurried over worried. Mr. To Bach, are you okay, Mr. To Bach? From inside the 10,000 souls chain, the dry bone king's voice echoed, Master, I am Min Kot Kwon. I see you've pushed yourself too hard. So now please allow me to lend some strength to help you recover some of your power. It turned into a blue light flying toward his back, placing its hand on him to transfer energy. The system showed his current realm again, mid-level bamboo foundation. Hearing this, his eyes brightened. My powers improved beyond my old bamboo foundation stage. Looks like the spiritual energy and souls in the 10,000 souls chain have a resonance effect way beyond what I expected. His lips twitched as he turned back. You're thoughtful, offering your energy to me. The dry bone king bowed his head to him, now fully merged into the master's chain, pledging absolute loyalty, from now on hoping the master trusts him. He talked a big game, but deep down, he was still thinking about himself. The heaven and earth manifestation divine weapon held the power of the golden phoenix. Before coming to this world, the master had to be a powerhouse at the divine transformation level with innate talent, destined to rise back to the top. He pictured a huge golden city, but had a face like he just sucked on papaya leaves. As for me, if I serve well and stick by the master's side, I might get a shot at the top again. When that time comes, hehe. Lam Yuanthu took a few steps forward, looking at him with worried eyes and asked Mr. To Bach, I think I saw blood at the corner of your mouth. Earlier, are you okay? He didn't answer, just felt baffled. Why? Before crossing over here, Lam Yuanthu and the others tried to assassinate him, but thinking about it now, it didn't really matter. The assassination attempt was a fact. The reason no longer mattered. Understanding what this world really is and finding more spirit stones was the top priority. To Bach looked at the squad leader of the soldiers and said, Captain Tio, take us to Li Qinhao. He definitely won't refuse. His voice carried respect, clearly showing Mr. To Bach's status. Even though their leader was subdued, the zombies kept growling and creeping toward the group, hungry for flesh. He lowered his head, eyes sharp and annoyed. Damn, these zombies are such a pain in the ass, seriously exhausting. Tu Lin caught on to what he wanted and acted immediately. He transformed into a blue light, shooting up, then reverted to his original form, with 2/3 of his body intact, hands on his hips, looking all commanding. Then he shouted at his little minions. Those dumb beasts, blind as bats, seeing their master not kneeling even without brains, all obeyed instantly. They lowered their heads and slowly dropped to their knees before To Bach. Because of that, his group could easily move forward without breaking a sweat. The masked guy was no longer doubtful. Earlier when Captain Tio said 1 against 100, I didn't believe it, but this isn't just 1 against 100. Those zombies knelt like they were singing a hymn of submission. This kid is seriously terrifying. A psychic that's strong is like a god. The teacher's face didn't change, but her eyes locked on him, filled with deep admiration. This guy's got real power with Kim Fuong and the ability to capture and control souls in this chaotic apocalypse. Could he become the next hero? Cut to some house. A guy in purple hears the news and gasps, immediately asking, what did you say? Min Kot Kwon is dead. No way. The person on the other end confirmed firmly. The master is real. The subordinate wouldn't dare lie. They showed the purple-clad guy some images. A few photos extracted from the scene. The man inside the house instantly grew cold-eyed. With the heavenly and earthly dharma marks the phoenix sword chant. He clenched his pants and said, looks like my master has already set foot in this world. And even got a head start on me. We gotta find the junior disciples fast. The guy in purple gave the order. I recognize him. Mobilize all your forces. When he enters the detention area, you have to kill him no matter what. If you fail, wipe out everyone in the detention zone. The glasses-wearing man nodded slightly. Understood.